So, my ignition has started to stick. Every now and then, in older cars, you can put the key in, but when you go to turn it, it won't turn. Right now, I was able to successfully jiggle it enough so that it does start up. The problem with that is eventually the parts inside the cylinder of the key will corrupt so badly that you won't even be able to get the key out or in or anything. So, as is my way, I've researched the heck out of it. And what I'm going to do is take out my ignition cylinder and take out what are called wafers. This particular type of Sidewinder lock has wafers instead of pins. I'm going to take the wafers out, thereby sort of corrupting my lock a little bit, and I won't have that problem anymore. And it'll save me close to $700, $700 to $1,000 that I'd pay at a dealership to take care of this. So, let's have some fun. So, first things first. I've got to take apart this bottom housing to be able to get to this cylinder, right? I'm leaving the key in position 1, and I'm going to take this bottom part off, hopefully. Here's what's going to happen. I've got to turn this key and take it out. Let's hope I can get it back into the 1 position again. So, I've got to take the bracket that's holding this on. I'm taking the bracket off. The cool thing is that they're called breakaway bolts, which means when you screw it down, that thing that you use to screw it down with breaks. So you can't unscrew it. Fortunately, whoever worked on this before did. It's a well-known trick where you just hammer like a divot into the head of the screw, and then you can unscrew it. So I'm going to do this one here. Yep, it's moving. I know this is a poor use of a wood boring bit, but I gotta tell you, nice sharp point. There's no migration as you're trying to tap. And bracket. I'll make a note on it to point which way is forward. And then hopefully this will come right off. Sure enough, there it is. And there, oh my gosh. Came off, and there is the secret screw that I was not able to reach. Sweet. What I want to do is get this cylinder out. So everybody always says put it in position 1. Oops. That can't be good. I got it out. Something else fell though. It was this pin. I don't know where it came from though. Yikes. And I think this wants to come out too. So here I have my cylinder successfully removed. Key I think is in number 1 position. If not, I'm sure I'm totally screwed. Here's the part that came flying out when I pulled the cylinder out of the cylinder housing. So I'm sure it is some kind of a set screw. Looks like there's a set screw right there. So here's the deal. I don't know if this is a set screw holding this on or what. So I'm just trying to get the little oil out and see what it is. So that looks like something I can tap down, and then that will possibly, maybe tap down or tap out. We'll see. Okay, just as a note, for reassembly, there's this wider open gap where the set screw matches as compared to the smaller gap right there, okay? Can we see that? Bigger set screw. And there we go. It's out. Let me wipe it off. See if there's any difference between it and the other. There is. Just as a point of reference, the one that I just took out, is longer than the one that flipped out that I don't know where it's from, okay? So I believe now I can take this off, sure enough. I just make a note. Again, I'm getting ready to take this off. This is what locked the cylinder into the cylinder housing. So this is coming off. This is on the top. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make a little scratch right here, an X for the top. And out comes the cylinder. Oop. Oh, yeah. What I need to do is make a scratch here to remind myself of what goes where. So, and have a corresponding scratch. So I'm going to go ahead and scratch here. And here. These are my corresponding scratches so that when I put the cylinder back together, I will remember where it belongs. Oh my gosh. We're going to clean this. Okay, so I've cleaned this gizmo, and now I have some concerns because with the key, these little guys are just all over the place. I have a feeling that this particular wafer is bad. I mean, it looks horrible. There's springs in there and stuff. Oh, let's go ahead and take this one out. And just as a note, here's the side with the scratch. And I took it from the top, and there's cute little springs there too. So let's see if there's a number on here so that if I ever want to replace these, I can find the corresponding wafer kit. Alright, so this one that I took out from right here says X4. And why don't I just take this one out too while I'm at it, because it's kind of fun. If I'm not mistaken, the way this works is, you know, you have this, and that's what makes it turn. But they don't sound so good, do they? Feels like this wafer here on the bottom feels bad. So basically, I'm supposed to be able to shove this in. Hold on, these need to be a little further in so that they don't jump out. None of them are supposed to be sticking out. They're all supposed to be nice and flush when the key goes in, and then that's what causes the tumbler to be able to move and allow the key to turn. So let me get this back in where I started. Let me let it all the way in. So I still feel like I get some catching here. Oh, hold on. Matching up. See, there's still a bunch of catching, I feel. It's hard to tell which one it is. See? There it is. That's the one right there. That feels questionable. Okay, so here. Here is the top. And I want to pull out this one from the bottom. So I got to pull my key out a little bit. And get this bad boy out. Ooh, poke me. Great. Get it out a little further. And, ooh, look at that. On this one that I pulled out from this position right here, it says X1. Now, I don't know what a good wafer is supposed to look like, but check it out. The first one that I pulled out, X4, doesn't have a little notch, whereas 1X does. So I don't know if something's worn off or what. But let's put it back into the housing and see what happens. Oh, see that? It's not... Oh, wait, I do get a catch. So, let's pull it back out and see who's catching. It feels like the counterpart of X4, the first one that I took out here, feels like his counterpart right here is troublesome. So I'm going to pull that one out too. So, just so that we're clear, these two were a set, and it says X1. So, let me show you. This side was X4, this side was X1. So X4 was on this side, X1 was on this side, and this is the top that I'm orienting as the top. So we're going to go put it back into its sleeve and see if there's any more catching. It feels like it rides relatively smoothly. Here is one of the little springs that came out. I don't know if there are any other springs. They fell out and I sprayed it. Let me go ahead and take out this spring. only because I don't want it to come out on its own and then, you know, bounce around once the housing is reassembled. Okay, let's see what that feels like in here. Make sure that oh, there we go. It's kind of smooth. Right. Here's the top. That I'm going to put back on. Here's the set screw that I'm going to tap back in. I just want to make sure that that little set screw has the same show on both sides. So now I've taken out 3 wafers. I identified which ones went where. This feels good to me. It's turning more freely. I'm saving the 2 little thingies here. I'm going to put the wafers in here so that I don't lose them as well. See if I can find them online. And let's go back inside. Okay, here we are. We're going to try reassembling all this business. Looks to me there's only really one way to do it, so here we go. You know, I think I figured out where that set screw came from. Just want to make sure it seats a little nicely. There, that ought to do it. So let us start putting things back together. Okay, so here's the test. Let's see if it'll start. It starts! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Okay, well, you know, this is a great day. So now I put it back together. I saved myself a lot of money by going to Karen Oliver. Now I just need to put everything back together, hopefully without breaking it, because I'm so excited. Thanks for sitting with me through this. Bye. So, car is working, air conditioner's working, and best of all, I don't know if you can see, everything is back together. I didn't break a thing. That